morning, friends. I am starting some coffee. So it is the second to last day of our school before we're gonna break for a winter break of a couple weeks. And I decided to do a day in the life. Yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. I think school, we can do a good school day today. There are a couple things I want to note, and that is one, our kitchen is partly in shambles because of a leak. So we're just working through that right now. Also, I have been up since 3:30 this morning because my body decided to. So we're gonna see how this goes. But I really enjoy watching back my day in the life, so we're gonna do it. Yeah. So we just had breakfast, and I did I made my bed. This is very minimal cleanup that's happened so far. We had a very busy weekend. It is a Monday, and I didn't do even the normal pickup that I would do over the weekend because it was so busy. So I'm just gonna show you our real life, and we're still gonna do school, and it's still gonna be fine, and the house doesn't need to be perfectly clean, and here we go. I like to start for schoolwork with my fourth grader's flute practice. I like to be around while he's doing that so I can, help him out and make sure he's going through what he's supposed to do. This is his first year playing flute. He's doing a really good job. It is not an easy instrument. So we're doing that. I am right here, but I'm not actively playing the flute, so I will often take my planner out and look at the plan for the day. This morning, I think I'm gonna do some pickup because it feels very chaotic. I also will probably water the Christmas tree because it probably needs water. So that's what we're gonna do now. The 3 and 5-year-old I sent downstairs to play because they were being too distracting up here. So once I'm done with food with him and have hopefully picked up a little bit, I will get them for their school time. And the 6th grader should be starting her school, but I'm gonna check on that as well. There you go. Then you can do high ones if you want to. Just take a few minutes, see if you can just try different positionings, see what you can get. Flute is done. He's cleaning it up and putting it away behind you there. And I've got 6th grader next to me doing math. I assume he's going to start on math next? Yes? Okay. I'm taking a few minutes to look over the plan for the day, so they know what they need to do because they have their notebooks, which I've shown you before. I can link a video. And that has their individual schoolwork, what they need to do. But I need to wrap my head around what I want to try to do for both group school today and individually with the kindergartner and preschooler. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Again, we are wrapping up before winter break. So there's a couple group school things that I really want to finish and wrap up before we do that. With the younger two, we have, circle time and some geography, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna get all that set up and then I'm gonna fetch them to work with them.
800 times equals what times triangle times 20? What is the triangle?
Hey, Mama.
Okay, are you ready? Let's just do a couple pages, okay?
D.
Which says
Da.
D, then what?
A.
Ah.
A.
Come on, that's one of your favorite letters.
G.
G. Yeah. Do you see that? That's a big capital G. Goes like that.
A.
D, A, G. What does it say together?
D. A. G. Dog.
Dog. I heard.
Dog.
Why do you think it says dog?
D.
Mm-hmm.
A.
Mm-hmm. Then what's the last sound?
G.
Yeah, that is dog. All right, what's the next one though?
G.
Mm-hmm.
A.
Mm-hmm.
Got.
Got. Very good.
That's why.
Okay, we're gonna do some equations with the M&Ms, then we're gonna write them.
It's a very small train.
I don't like that. Yeah. I just want to keep them.
Does that look right? I think that looks right.
You have
Yeah.
3 green M&Ms.
By itself. Wait, this is the front, right? It goes here.
Put them together. And 2 red M&Ms.
Oh yeah, that looks better, huh? So what's that? That's the engine?
How
Okay.
many M&Ms do you have
Is
altogether?
the engine the front or the back of the tree?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So how would we write that equation? Do you remember?
Okay.
3 plus 5 equals
3 plus 5?
3 plus 3 equals 5.
Yes. Okay. So what would I write?
Pattern.
Okay, great. I love your pattern.
And where's the track? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Perfect. Is 8 even or odd?
Odd.
Why do you think it's odd?
Because this one's in front. Actually, it's even.
It is even, yeah. They all have friends. Okay, let's take away. How many should we take away?
3.
3? Okay, let's take away 3. No, just don't put them away. Just put them over here. Just put them over here. They're part of our equation stuff. Okay. So we had 8. We took away 3. How many are left?
1, 2, 3.
Here. I'll do this one and then you can do it, okay?
Perfect. So let's write that as an equation.
And I
Okay.
can put this back now.
I guess so.
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna use purple again?
Is it?
Yeah.
Mommy, this is an oak leaf.
That is an oak leaf. Well done.
Mommy, this is an oak leaf.
Okay, come here. Ready? So what do we start with?
I got that.
We started with 8.
Yes, so let's write an 8 all the way on this side.
Oh, good.
Okay. Now, did we add or did we subtract?
Subtract.
So what's the symbol for subtract? Minus, right? So we had 8 minus, how many did we take away? 3. Okay. Now you gotta practice writing a 3. Ah, you had so much space. Can you move the 3? Can you scooch the 3 this way?
Okay.
No. No, write it again. See if you can make it just straight up and down. 3 instead of tilted. All right, that's better. Yeah, that was a beautiful 3. All right, and then what do we need? What comes next?
Equals?
Equals. Good job. And what did it equal?
5.
5.
Ta-da!
Oh, both of our equations so far have it equaled 5. Alrighty. Ready to write it in your book? Oh, let's not spill the M&Ms. Okay.
And then I can eat them all. If you
So
stare them.
you can eat some of them. No, if you spill them, you can't eat them. If you can eat some of them after you're done with your math equation, and then we should save some for after you're done writing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So skip a line and start here. What was the first one?
I'm looking at mine.
Yeah, you can look at either one.
8.
Mm-hmm. So
That I'm really
right
good
here.
at.
okay. 8, and then what do we do?
Actually, let's do this again.
Minus. Yeah.
Can I do this?
Yeah, here.
Good.
Hey,
Can I do this one then?
Hey, bud. You were doing really good.
What kind of leaf is this?
That's a maple leaf.
I like
Mommy, this
We have
maple leaf.
Okay.
Okay, let's work on your 5 a
I'll leave
little
it
bit.
at
That's
Okay.
all I just didn't have enough space.
No, you have enough space, my love. But
What
let's try again.
maples?
I think that's a birch leaf. That's what I'm going with. So down, over, and around. You just gotta make the around
Mommy,
nice.
this is
So start up there, down, and around.
a dog
Okay,
tree.
just leave more space. So stop you around a little bit sooner, right there. Okay. So that there's an opening,
Okay.
like you're going halfway around a big tree.
Like, I'm gonna wait this all the way down bottom. Like this.
Yeah, but that's even more. That's more than halfway around, isn't it?
Like.
Like this. So there's a big
Like-
opening.
Like a horseshoe.
Yes, like a horseshoe. That's
You're
a good
riding
way to
a
think about it.
horseshoe. A tender
That's a
riding
good way to think
horseshoe.
about it.
Equals 40 times 3.
Okay, so that's what I was telling you. The and the ooh can't look the same,
Right?
right?
Well, 'cause they're
Erase and try again.
And
4
this-
times 3 times
So
10.
the needs to
And
be
this
short.
listed on loopy loops.
Loop-de-loops are fun to write.
This one you got
But make sure you got a short eh and then a tall,
Right,
skinny
excuse me,
ooh,
'cause this
okay?
one's completely right.
It needs to be taller than,
It's like
it
you
needs
realize
to be
this
much
pattern-
taller than
I
the
don't
eh.
know if that's how you did it or not. You got the right answer. 450 times 350. 800.
Okay.
Right? So you did it again.
Big,
This
tall
left
ooh.
side is 800.
You
What are you
did
trying to
it?
figure out?
Kind of, it's closer, Kim. And you remember the F? You go up, turn around, oh, not that high.
Right. What times
Oh,
20?
Okay, go all the way down, go all the way
Answer is
down,
not 800.
and then you hook. Okay, when you hook, you need to come back and touch it here, right? So hooks
Okay,
come back and touch,
so-
and then glide out.
Okay,
Remember how we just
so,
said this is 4 times 30?
right.
Then you said
so
40
go
times
like
3.
this.
Here it's y times
Oh.
500 and
It's a
250
bit tall for a
times
f-
4.
but okay.
No, you're right. This is not wrong. This is not
Touch, and then glide back out.
wrong. No, it isn't.
Right back out.
There you go.
No, you were right.
Good
So,
job.
Perfect.
what? 250.
Did I get my M&Ms now?
500.
Yes.
You did it in your head.
Do you know what all of the other things on the next page are?
Yeah. Photo, profile, watermelon.
Perfect.
Watermelon.
Right?
Turtle.
Turtle, good job.
Can you?
No, what's the biggest prism? Find the biggest and put it carefully right here. Find the biggest one, put it carefully right here. Okay. There you go. Okay.
Okay, so what's.
Now you need to find the next biggest. Is that the next biggest?
Biggest.
These are 2.
Keep going.
3.
Next
5.
This goes then back up there. So 10. Yeah, we did 2.
Sure.
Then this. Not 8.
Quick update. So we did flute, or I did with my 4th grader. He's now working on math. He's finishing it up, working with his dad a bit. They're a little bit more patient with their dad with math than with me, so he helps with that. The 6th grader finished her math and is doing Latin right now. I did reading, math, and writing with the kindergartner and a few activities with the preschooler. He actually did like a train pattern, like putting together a train. I don't know how to describe it. Activity that his dad helped him with. He made some patterns with M&Ms. We counted a few of them. And then he did the brown stair, which is a Montessori sensorial activity. Yeah, I did. We don't normally use like M&Ms and stuff, but since it's right before winter break, I decided to pull them out as a treat. It's kind of fun to use them for math and then eat them. So that's what we did with that. I am getting ready while the older 2 are continuing the school they can do on their own. I am going to do some school with the preschooler and kindergartner. So I'm gonna do French and then physical geography with them. And then we'll start circle time and we'll see what time it is. We may have to continue with circle time after lunch. We'll definitely have to do more of the older 2 group school, like the group, and then older group school after lunch. We'll get there. You wanna say hi?
Hello.
Did you finish math?
Yes.
What are you working on next?
I have work to teach them.
All right, we'll also do that later, okay? Because I'm gonna work with the little ones first.
Nico, the zookeeper's cat, awoke from his nap. He often dreamed that he wasn't a lazy chat, but a completely different animal altogether. He still wanted a long neck, like la grande girafe. He still wanted a horn, like le rhinocéros nauséabond. He still wanted a mane, like le lion courageux. He still wanted long arms, like le chimpanzé heureux.
There you go. How about the elephant? Where's the elephant? There you go. Good job. How about le flamant rose?
I know.
What's the flamant rose?
I know.
Yes, the flamingo.
Let him find more.
Okay, did we lose one? Chimpanzee.
My son.
We could point to the chimpanzee.
Here.
Chimpanzee. Silly. The chimpanzee are happy right there. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, should we do one more time?
Yes, but this time I'm gonna look. Put it
Le
back
chat.
here. I'm gonna
Le
make,
chat.
I want to make it all on that hard.
Oh no. Okay, you ready? Where is le chat? Nope, that's la. Aigle. Le chat. Where's la flamant rose? There you go, la flamant rose. What are the plains?
The plains are grass with no trees
Yep.
and some flowers.
Yeah, they often have flowers, not always. But it's flat, right?
Yeah, flat.
No mountains. Okay.
And there's grass.
Okay, so what do you think the opposite of a plain is?
It doesn't have grass. It doesn't have any flowers.
Well, it's not so
And
much
it
what I'm
has
thinking.
trees.
So, okay. Well, the more important part I was trying to get to was hills and mountains,
Oh, yeah.
not flat. So hills and mountains can have flowers and grass, as well as trees.
Yeah.
But they're not flat, right? A mountain is a rugged, upthrust mass of rock that looms high above the surrounding land. Mountains are sometimes called mounts. Mountaintops have several names. The very top of the mountain up here could be called a peak, a pinnacle, a crest, or a summit. Which one of those do you like best? Peak, you like peak. What do you like best?
Toki.
That's not one of the options. Peak, pinnacle, crest, or summit. When the earth turns cold, rivers of glacial ice grind and flatten mountains into hills and plains.
So
Alright.
this is my volcano, this is my mountain, and this is us for fun mountain.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna put it up.
Whatever kind of mountains you want to do is fine. Okay, that means the mountain. It says more about the mountain. Okay. Do you remember what the top of the mountain's called? The peak. Can I label your peak?
Let's let me finish drawing the ocean. I started to draw the ocean first. Ooh, there's a big wave. I'm ready to draw a wave. I dashed right into.
You want me to write peak?
I'm not this one.
Oh my, is it a volcano?
Yes, it's Sudan. Whoa. Some animals are well.
Are you adding animals? Some yellow animals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some teams are be different towels.
Okay.
Do that dim.
Yeah.
Do these? I'll teach you. The lava's gonna be under the water.
Wow. Okay, it is lunchtime. We finished French. We did one of our 1/3 stories books, and then I had them review some animal names that were in the book. And then we did our physical geography lesson, which today was on mountains. So we read a couple books about mountains. We talked about what mountains are and mountain ranges, and like the different names for the top of the mountain, like peak, summit, pinnacle, things like that. Yep, then we read the books, and then I had them, they did two things. I have like moon sand. It was just pre-made moon sand that I've had in containers, and it's still fine. It lasts a while. So I have that on just like a tray for them to build their own mountains with. And then I also asked them to draw mountains. I'm being a little bit more strict with my kindergartner, trying to get her to like draw just what I ask her to draw without embellishments and fantasy and other things. And then she can always draw more other things later. But for this, I'm trying to get it so that at the end of the year, they have a book of the geography terms and like landforms and stuff that we've learned. So we had to do we had to set one page aside that was a heart mounted, and I was like, you can come back to that later. And then she actually ended up doing a volcano, which is fun because that is a type of mountain, so that's within the realm of what I'm asking. Then the 3-year-old also decided to do a volcano as well, and his is a little more abstract, but he's 3, so I just want him to listen to the books and participate. I don't think it was caught on video as much, but he had trouble listening to the books today, so that was a little bit of a struggle. I'm always unsure exactly how much I should require it, because I want them to sit and enjoy the books, and I try to pick good books, and they're not long books by any stretch, and they're picture books, they're good, they're not boring. Then I want them to build their attention. So I did maybe bribe him with a couple M&Ms to get through those. Okay, you can judge me, I'm sure some of you are. It's fine. It's what I decided to do today. And then, then while they're actually still playing with the moon sand, I told them as long as they keep it on the tray while I'm making lunch, they can do that. I will probably get a podcast to listen to during this time, because it's nice for me to just have adult thoughts for a little bit. But I'm excited because I have leftovers for me today for lunch. We went out last night. It's one of the reasons everything's kind of a mess that I'm discombobulated, but we did, every year we go out to the Winter Lights, which is at a museum near us. It's very cool. It's like you walk outside and they have all these different lights set up. And so we went and walked around and then had dinner out, and we got a recommendation from a friend of a great Italian restaurant that was felt totally comfortable bringing the kids in there. It wasn't super, super fancy. It was family friendly, but the food was good quality, and it was good. It was great. And the kids actually behaved really well. I didn't really have issues with any of them. Everybody was, happily eating, had good manners, loved their food, which was good. That always helps, right, when you love the food. So they brought out a big basket of bread towards the beginning too, and I think that helped because everybody was occupied in their bread. Yeah. So I did bring coloring page. I do bring coloring page and stuff just to help us out there. But honestly, the oldest one with her drawing stuff was the only one that really used that much. And then we did things like played hangman and little games takeaway games at the table with the salt and pepper. That's what my 5-year-old and I did. Anyway, it was a great time, and I'm excited. I have beef bordelaise leftovers for lunch. I keep forgetting to feed my poor sourdough starter, so I'm gonna do that now. It's still okay. I could do it now. And yeah, having part of my kitchen out has really discombobulated me. My flour and stuff's over there. It's not gonna be fixed for a little while, so I need to, in fact, we might get a whole new kitchen. That's a whole other story. But I need to actually set things up in a more slightly permanent manner, because right now everything's kind of in a temporary place from where I stuck it when they were tearing this out. So anyway, I'm gonna feed the sourdough, worry about that later. Okay, I think that's an after Christmas thing, because yeah, I'll be right back. We took our lunch break. We're gonna get back to school, but while I've been taking a bit of a break and picking up a bit, my 4th grader actually played with the moon sand and made a cool mounted-ish thingy. So he's gonna explain. Do you want me to hold it while you explain? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Here is a map that's over to turn around for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is the mountain trail. Well, it's not like, well.
Is it like a pass, a mountain pass?
Yeah, so you go up. There's a rock slide here.
Oh no.
But then this is the cracked don't.
Hang
Then
on.
this is the cracked plateau. It's a plateau that's cracked. This rock right here is actually a meteor.
Oh.
They cracked the cracked plateau.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that's what it's actually a haunted mountain. Well, it's not really a mountain, but anyways. These are the eyes. It's a giant skull.
Mm-hmm.
This is the right angle, this is the right angle.
I can't see.
And,
I
yeah.
can't see the other field.
Shh, buddy.
The meteor was much bigger, but then it's just out into tiny little pieces when it hit it.
Gwendolyn, don't
And
stick
now it's been like this for thousands of years.
Wow.
And rocks have got on top of it, making it look like a mountain.
That's
Right.
excellent.
That's the end.
Thank you for sharing. We finished lunch. Fourth grader's playing with the moon sand right now, so we're going to let him continue that while we read some books. Okay? And then it'll be their turn again while I work with him. So,
And I'm gonna play with the moon. Me
yes.
too.
Excellent. You're going to share and work together. All right, so we're going to start with Kindergartner's Choice, which is Solway, which is a beautiful book.
I'm kindergarten. Bye.
You're the kindergartner, yes. And then we're going to read the 3-year-old's choice, which is Night Owl, which is super cute. Both of these are great books that I recommend. And then we will definitely read some of the Yule Tomta and Little Rabbits. I like to pull this out every year, and it has just like a short part of the story to read each day leading up to, is it Christmas or solstice? I think it's actually up to Christmas. Yeah, so I know there's a dragon in that book. It's fantastic. Then I don't think we'll get to it, but if we do still have their attention, we'll do the Solstice Badger today. But we will see. So we're going to start with Solway, okay, and then we'll do Night Owl, okay? There was night and day, and they were sisters.
Wait.
They loved each other very much, but people didn't treat the sisters the same. I'm going to show them this picture, okay? Because I like that picture very much. I think that's my favorite one.
It's my favorite.
People gave day pet names like lovely and nice and pretty. People gave night names like scary and bad and ugly. She felt hurt every time. He would be brave, he would be clever, and he would have many friends. It was just a dream, though, until one day. We're on 10, so where did we leave off? Oh, they were interpreting the sign,
Yeah, yes.
and they decided it says
Tomta
Tomta
is
coming.
come in.
Yes. Soon all the animals in the big forest knew that the Yule Tomta was coming. The voles knew it, and the badger. Even the worms down in the ground were talking about it, although they were supposed to be sleeping. And the birds in the treetops. He is coming soon, they twittered. But they know very little about this Yule Tomta. He probably works very hard and has to come a long way, said Uncle Mose. They spoke of many things together, as kindred spirits do. At length, the sun took his leave, for it was nearly time for morning. Come back here. Watch out for your brother. That day he rose so clear and bright, all things living on earth knew that he must have found a friend, and they were happy for him. Hey, come here. Come here. All right, we are going to continue acts. Where did we leave off in the story? What was happening? And we had the good ones, the best of which is like an excellent archer, right? While rivalry among the cousins was unfolding in the palace of Hastinapur, Karna was growing up as an only child in the humble home of his adoptive parents. He showed great promise as an archer. He grew tall and strong and handsome, and he glowed with an inner beauty. Yes, we finished exploring the world through story. Yes, well, for today. We're gonna do one more day tomorrow, and then we'll be at a good stopping point. Yep. So I have 3 subjects I wanted to do, which is history, music, or composer, I guess. History, composer study, and artist study. And I also wanted to do circle time, and we didn't get to that today. I want to at least get to history, so I'm going to start with that. It's already like 4:15. I don't know if you can see in the background there, the sun is going down because it's December in Vermont, and so it gets dark at 4:15. And I've just been slogging through because I'm so tired. I know some of my kids are very tired as well. So, but the more we get done today, the less we have to do tomorrow for me to feel like we're in a good place to end. So we're gonna do some history for sure. And then we're gonna see how we're feeling and maybe do a little bit of composer and artist, like maybe just listen to a piece and look at an artist. We are not gonna do the narrations today, and I won't make them do both written narrations tomorrow. Happy people. But the artist involved. Okay, but you can't use another Band-Aid. The 3-year-old's across from me using up a bunch of Band-Aids right now. It's not ideal, but okay. And that's your last one, bud. Okay, last one. Right. So the artist, wrapping up artist, we're actually going to do an art activity. So that's definitely going to wait for tomorrow. And I might actually try to do that early in the day. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna do history. All right, so we were just reviewing some of what we learned last time. I just wanted to clue you into what was happening here. Indian Removal Act, they removed a bunch of native tribes from more along the East Coast, especially in the southern states, over to Oklahoma. A lot of people died on the way. There were actually battles beforehand. So this was a little long. We're going to see if we can get through it quickly. This is Buffalo Bird Girl. It's a Hidatsa story by S.D. Nelson. So this is North Dakota, Montana, Canada. So this is Crow. It's the nation's territory here. And we've got Hidatsa, Mandan, Arikara, and Lakota territories. One side of our settlement was protected by the mighty river. The other side faced the vast open prairie and was fenced off with stout posts, a stockade for protection from enemy tribes. The aggressive Lakota Indians, in particular, were constantly trying to steal our horses, our supplies of corn, and our other belongings. Our village was the home of 2 different Indian tribes, the Hidatsa and the Mandan. We had formed an alliance in order to increase our strength in numbers so we would be less vulnerable to attack. Like a fishhook village was the center of much activity, with people constantly coming and going.
That is good for horse.
So we finished Buffalo Bird Girl, which was really well written. Did you guys like it?
Yeah.
I mean, the ending was sad because they ended up moving their people
But everything
the
is
U.S.
just
government.
sad. And no, the French over there is not happy.
Okay, hang on. It was a bit sad because at the end, her tribe, as well as ones that were living and aligned with them, ended up being moved by the U.S. government to a reservation. So their way of life did not continue in the same way. But it was really interesting. So we are now going to read Sequoia. California, 1959. Look at the tall trees, says my father. They are redwood trees. For much of his life, Sequoia was nobody famous. He was a metal worker who could turn iron into chisels and drills and Georgia silver into forks and spoons. Okay, we finished Sequoia. So that is our history for right now. We're just going to leave it there. We've been exposed to some of the Native American experience from the 1800s, which was my goal. We will pick up in January with the Oregon Trail and such. Covered wagons, all that. Now we're going to do a little bit of composer study. So I'm going to read them this Mozart book. We're going to listen to one of my favorite Mozart pieces that we haven't gotten to yet. Let's do it. Okay, The Wonder Child. One morning, when Wolfgang was 4, he decided to write some music. He hadn't learned how to use a quill pen yet, so he dipped it into the inkwell all the way. When he pulled the pen out, fat blobs of ink fell onto the music paper. He wiped them away with his hand and kept on working. Well, it's an opera. It was not in Italian, though, like most of the operas at the time. It's in Singspiel. So it's in German, but it's more like a modern-day musical in that it was a combination of singing and words, spoken passages. So it was written for the people, often contained folklore, political themes, and humorous passages intended to delight and entertain the audience. So it's like the magic flute. You follow Prince Tamino is trying to save Princess Pamina because he thinks she's been the Queen of the Night. Her mother tells him that she's been captured by basically the Sun King, and then the Sun King makes him do like a series of challenges, and he has his little entourage on his way. Right, so it's a hero's quest.
What about what's the flute player?
So Papageno is one of his trusty companions, and he is a birdman, and he plays the bells, and this is his song. They're saying their names over it. Okay. So I know the vocals is a big instrument, but do you hear other instruments in there?
Here's strings.
There's a lot of strings. Yes, that is accurate. That was our Mozart. Unfortunately, there's a crying baby, 3-year-old, because he was stuck in his high chair because he was doing things he should not be doing. So I'm gonna pause here. I'll come back to you guys in a little bit. I will get the child. Hey friends, it's the next day. So we finished last night. We finished up Mozart, and then I think I quickly mentioned in the video, I had to put the 3-year-old in his high chair because he just was continuously over and over again disruptive and actually violent against his siblings. And so he was just like stuck in his high chair for a little bit, and he was screaming by the end of it. So when we stopped, I went and I got him out, and then we had a conversation. And then I ended up just hanging out with him in my bed. We watched some garden videos on YouTube just to chill. My husband, when he was done with work, came up and made breakfast for dinner. And that's how we ended. We have not been doing read aloud, which is kind of sad to me, but our evenings, I've just been exhausted. The little two are usually exhausted. And I'm not happy with our evening routine. So I need to do some thought on that. So as far as how the day went, we got to most of the things I wanted to get to. We did not get to circle time, and we did not get to artist, including like taking out the art supplies. And so we're gonna try to get to that today early and finish that up. I will have them do the artist piece, and then they can choose. I'm gonna have them choose between doing a written narration on either our artist, which is Winslow Homer, or our composer Mozart, and then I'll just have them tell me a little bit about the other one, and I'll write it down for them. So basically be a verbal narration for one and a written narration for another. That way I'm not gonna make them write out 2 narrations today. That's too much. If you made it this far in the video, please hit that thumbs up button below and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you're all having a wonderful December, and if you have a winter or a summer break for my Southern Hemisphere friends, that you enjoy it. Bye friends.